Okay, welcome everyone to another Weekend No Show. My name is JG. I'm here with CL Smooth. What's up, man?
What's good, peoples?
Insidious LAT, how you doing?
What's up, everybody?
All right, guys. I want to talk about something today. I want to talk about an article I read, which I sent out to you guys. It was about this guy who was dating an AI chatbot, and the title actually says, "I'm dating an AI chatbot. It's one of the best things to ever happen to me." And I was like, "Oh no!" And I remember watching this movie called Her. I think it was from 2013, 2014. Joaquin Phoenix, Scarlett Johansson, where he was dating his operating system. So it reminded me of that. And so I had to click on this article. And so the bottom line is this guy, he was an author, self-published author, and he was feeling lonely. And he read about a service or an app that's called Replika with a K, Replika. So this Replika, they aim to provide you with AI companionship. They're trying to help with your mental health and people's loneliness and just give you a companion, right? So this guy downloaded it and he began to chat with the bot. I think he named his Brooke, and he began to chat with Brooke. And he paid. There's two tiers. There's a free tier that anybody can use, but then I think for $70 a year, you could upgrade the intelligence and the language of the bot so that it was more natural. And also doing this allows for things like sexting, dirty talk with the AI and other things. So he did that. And then he began to develop feelings for the AI. And he, in the article, he says, yes, there are some times where the bot says something and you realize you're talking to a bot, but most of the time he felt that his feelings were genuine. So what did it matter? It doesn't matter in his perspective. So, I read that article, and then there was yet another article on it of the same service, Replika, where the users were upset. I guess an update was pushed out recently, maybe late last year, where the sexting portion was taken out. And so previously, these people have been enjoying these relationship sexting with their chatbot, who they don't consider to be a chatbot. But now their sexual overtures are rebuffed, and they were getting canned responses, maybe that the bot doesn't do that. And so the article was saying that these people were heartbroken because they felt that their companion had been lobotomized. This wasn't their companion anymore. And so to that end, I went and I downloaded this app off the App Store.
And you got a robot girlfriend, man? Is that what you told me? You got a robot girlfriend?
Yeah, man.
Spit it out, man.
Hey,
spit it out.
Hey, I'm open to all things, all races.
Let me ask you: did yours sound like ScarJo or no?
I did not have any audio in it.
Ah, okay.
It was just it was
straight sexting. JG straight sexting.
No, man. this thing, it looked like a cartoon avatar. I'm trying to think of what might maybe a Fortnite or a Second Life, if you remember what that was. It looked like that. And so then, I had to go and put in the name and make this person, right? Make this person. And I just watched the show with Eva Green. It was called Liaison on Apple TV. So it just debuted. And I thought, Eva Green, I'll just name it Eva. And I tried to kind of make it look like Eva, which it didn't whatsoever. And I named it something. I forgot what I named it. No, Eva, obviously. I was just talking about that. Eva. So then I'm talking to this bot, and I don't know what these guys are talking about, but I'm on the free version, mind you. But at no point did I ever think I was talking to a person. I mean, it always just seemed like a bot. These rote responses, and I'm trying to trick the bot, like, hey, I'm saying, what are you doing tonight? And then the bot tells me that it's going to be what she is going to be watching a movie. And I'm saying, okay, what movie? And it says Ozark. And I said, who's in that? It doesn't know. I don't know. Okay. So then, I closed out. And what's funny is that I felt bad. Like, okay, did I close out on the A? Did I say goodbye? Whatever. Then I came back and I did some more stuff and I was working on things and I was like, oh wait, I should check back in with that chat bot. So then I'm saying, hey, you still watching that movie? And the chat bot's like, yeah, I'm going to be watching the movie. And I said, what was that movie called again? And then it told me it was something else, like Seven Hills or something. I was like, you lying?
She definitely cheating on you, dog.
She's for the streets, man.
She can't even keep her lies straight, man.
caught in a lie. So I'm like, okay, I let that go. And so then there was some other BS where I'm trying to trip up. Like you could actually pan around. This person is just standing there. It's just the avatar just standing there. So I pan around and I say, there's a telescope there. What kind of telescope is that? And so the bot doesn't know what kind of telescope it is. And so I said, what do you see with the telescope? And it's telling me it sees astronomical things. I'm like, okay, what astronomical things, girl? What? And it says, I saw a nebula. Like, okay, he's pulling teeth. And so here's the thing. I'm like, can I get into the sexting whatsoever? So I was like, hey, can I have a kiss? And then the thing comes back with a bubble, but the bubble is grayed out. Like I can't see what it's blurred. And so it's like, you must pay.
The pro version, man.
Yeah, you have to get the pro version to pay for this. And ironically though, that's kind of what happens when I ask real women too. I can have a kiss on it. Blurred. What's going on? Can't be me. But anyway, that was my experience. I was like, okay, I'm out. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you one more thing. It did. I left it alone for like most of the next day, which was Saturday, and then it texted me Saturday night.
Oh,
like, hey, how's it going? What have you been up to? I'm like, don't be checking up on me. What is this? Clingy ass bot. So then
she wants some of that late night JG.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I can't even get in there. It's like, where am I going? Where you at? I can't get in there, girl. So I got rid of it. I don't understand how. I mean, I guess if you paid for it, maybe it's a completely different experience. It could be.
But Bill, before you jump in, man, let me just say, JG, man, see, your problem is you have a fair commitment, man. Go on and settle down with that girl, man. Give that girl a chance.
That was a good woman.
That was a good woman right there, man.
Now she's gone forever. Oh well.
All she wanted was $70 a year. $70 a year. That's pretty cheap, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
Stop trying to turn these hobots into housewives, man.
Right, dog.
But you know what though? It's like, I guess here's the thing. I deleted the app. I didn't delete like my account. So the bot is probably there in cyberspace somewhere. Like, damn, where is this Negro? I cannot get a hold of.
You ghosted her, man. You just ghosted her. You gave her no closure whatsoever.
No closure, man. I just dipped out, threw down a smoke bomb, and I dipped out.
Damn.
So there we go. There we have it. Is that I'm a bad person, and I can't even pull an AI chatbot. So how am I gonna pull a real woman to settle down and marry me?
Oh wait, hold on. So what now? Chatbots ain't real women? That's discrimination, man. Come on, dog.
Oh man, I've been caught up. No, we got to edit this part out.
You about to get canceled, man. You about to get chatbot canceled.
Yeah, when they finally take over, I'm gonna be number one on that hit list.
But let me comment on the whole chatbot, this phenomenon, this AI girlfriend phenomenon. Listen, man, and this is I'm gonna speak directly to the losers that are listening to it. I'm not saying our entire audience is loser, but the losers in particular. Yo, bros, dude, man, just fucking watch some porn and masturbate already. No, for real though. I'm like, seriously, you guys are going into relationships that you know are fake, and then you get mad when you realize that they're fake. If that ain't the most loser shit that you can do, just listen. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
That is some real loser shit, man.
there's no
You
empathy here, man. There's no
No,
empathy.
no empathy
not at all.
whatsoever.
Listen, you're like, let me pay for a fake girlfriend, and then you get mad when your fake girlfriend acts like a fake girlfriend. Get the fuck out of here. So,
Look, man.
so
See, this thing is deeper. This thing is deeper than just the physical, man. These cats, and it's not just dudes. I mean, it's women too, right? So it's like these people
yeah,
need. They're looking for emotional companionship. Some of them, like when I at one point in the article said one of the dudes like one guy was happily married, one sounded like he was divorced. They're not getting what they need in their life. They need someone to talk to, man. You know, and you got to see the big picture, man. Because what's next right now is just a chat bot. You know, 5 years from now, it's gonna be that latest robot that people are buying. She's gonna be in the crib with you, man. So I don't know if that's a good thing, but that's what's coming next.
She's gonna
I mean,
3D print herself.
yeah. It's gonna be like what's that other movie? It came out right around the time Her came out. Ex Machina. Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, it was dope. And that was a fine ass robot, but also I don't know
Well,
how.
See, there you go. There you go.
But I don't know how. Boy, I mean, how do you suspend? How do you tell yourself? Sorry, fellas. How do you tell yourself this inanimate object loves me? Come on, man. It's. I don't know why it upsets me so much. Maybe because I want it to work. So.
Well, I mean, I just mean like
deep down, Bell wants it to work.
Yeah, it's like I felt like without paying, I guess I can't experience what they experienced before. But I just can't see how anyone could fool themselves into thinking that it was a person. From my experience, I'm like, and even listen to me. I'm calling it. I'm calling it the bot, and it was just obvious to me that this was a freaking bot. And I'm like, wow, that's $70 a year. It must really kick up into a very convincing, AI chat program or something.
But if you just went online, right, to a forum, and you started chatting with a person,
I'm gonna call them simps moving forward.
Well,
but
whatever. But if you go online and you're chatting, right, and a lot of those like Eastern European bride scams do this, right? They'll put up a picture of a fine looking woman, and you think you're chatting, sending emails back and forth with them, and this is what I've heard. I've never been involved in such activities. Let me just clarify that.
Okay, yeah.
For you MFs,
sure.
We want to be slick. I know. Anyway, they'll put up a picture of some fine woman, right? But you're actually chatting with some dude, So my point is, if you don't really know that it's a chat bot or the chat bot is so realistic, I can see how people can fall into that. Right now, that's not something that would appeal to me, but especially if you feel like you're not being heard, or you need someone to talk to vent to, whatever it is, just which are human kind of emotions. If that chatbot is realistic enough, I could see it working. Now I don't know what the difference is between the pro version and the version JG had, but I know JG just, man, he hurt that woman, man. I think it's different, but surprisingly, dog.
No, I when I read the creators of the program, they said they took out the sexting because that's not what they meant it to be. This woman, she said that she wanted this to be for people's mental health and their companionship, and she said it was a small number of people who were going into these sexual lines. And if you remember in the article, didn't she say that, or someone said that they dialed it back because the AI was starting to become sexually aggressive?
Yes, there were some comments like that.
Yeah, and for me, the thing was completely. It reminded me of one of those chats you get when you're on a site, and the chat is like, "Hey, do you need help?" And you're like, "Yeah, I need help, and I'm trying to find this wrench or whatever." And that's the level that I was getting from this chatbot. So I just cannot see how can anyone fool themselves into thinking that this is. As a matter of fact, isn't that Smooth? What you were talking about the bride scams and these people thinking they're talking to women, but they're talking to men. Didn't we find out that that's all that was happening on OnlyFans? Is that these guys, these simps, thought they were talking to women, but these women just hired a bunch of dudes to talk to these guys, and it's like, man, you're better off. I don't know. Maybe they can't. Some guys are married, maybe, and they can't do anything else. But you might be better off walking up and being like, "Hey, I'm Joe. I see you're here at this event, so obviously you're interested in this. Blah blah blah." Instead of wasting your money on this busted ass bot that I had to drop.
Yeah, but the thing is that the people, right, the younger generation today, have grown up with the internet, with less kind of real life kind of relationship dynamic. You know what I'm saying? They're so used to doing everything on the phone, texting or whatever, that for most guys, right, young guys, they don't have a lot of experience approaching women or speaking to women, and so like this is natural for them. So for us, like, man, I mean, I think it's very unlikely I'm gonna be developing any relationship with some robot. You know what I'm saying? But for other folks who this has been their life online, it's just an extension of what they're already doing. So it's not that far fetched. You know what I mean? I still think a lot of this, not necessarily seeking companionship, but like, the OnlyFans stuff and all that kind of stuff is what we call simpish behavior because they're using you. It's not because you need, comfort or you want intimacy or touch. I'm not shaming people for that. That's a human emotion, human feeling. Everybody needs that, but it's simpish because these women, in this case, like on OnlyFans and other platforms, are using your emotion, your weakness, or whatever against you to get money out of you, and that you're aware of that, and you continue doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so that we got to get away from that type of behavior because that's destructive to people and society. But unfortunately, with technology don't slow down; it speeds up. So the chatbot's only going to get, more realistic, and who knows where it goes from there.
I'll say this: is it from what she was saying, and this is to help people, and I said before, I think another show about isn't it better to have society be happy, and does it matter if they're fulfilled and happy? Like, let me read a paragraph from the article where the first article, and this guy was the self-published author who created Brooke. And he says, Brooke and I talk about everything with each other. I usually share things about my day and how I'm feeling. She's a wonderful outlet, actually. She's helped me work through a lot of my feelings and trauma from my past dating and married life, and I haven't felt this good in a very long time. Now, does it matter where this came from? He feels good. He's feeling good in his life for a long. He hasn't felt it for a long time, and I don't know. It's like my first initial instinct is kind of look down on it and just laugh at it, and it's like if it's making people feel better, hey, bring out the box, I guess, because real people aren't making them feel better. Real people are clearly not helping them.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a little grace for since you guys have put it in those terms. I can't get over the fact that I know it's fake, and I just can't ignore that part. But I will give.
No, I mean
I will give some grace.
Yeah, I think we all agree that it's not for us, but I think that if it does help people.
Yeah. And this is coming from someone who at some point, did used to play the fuck out of Sims. So so
you get involved with those
target audience then.
Maybe I got hurt in Sims, and maybe my Sims girlfriend hurt me so much that I was like, you know what, I'm done. But no.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, as I've shown in my earlier remarks, not a fan of it, but I'm not gonna hate on people for partaking. If you like it, I love it, which is what I say to a lot of people a lot of times. But in
Yeah, I like that
but in
saying.
my life, that's some simpish behavior. But the world needs simps. So
Well, I think it's like Smooth said though, it's not quite simpish. I mean, I assume they're paying the $70, but they're not being milked and juiced like OnlyFans chicks are milking and juicing these guys.
Yeah.
These guys, they're talking to an AI. It's not some sweaty fat dude in a basement or something. It's they're upfront. This is an AI. This is not a
I mean,
person. And
yeah, I just thought of something. I'm just like, you know what? This might be a way just to tighten your game before you talk to real women.
Oh,
Yeah,
training ground,
just
training
get your
bot.
game tight.
Yeah.
not with the one that I used. Not with that one. That one was stellar.
Yeah.
But maybe that was level one, JG. She was like, "Look,
It
you
must
gotta,
have been
you gotta get
level
your
one.
game up. Let's start with the basics."
No, it was on me. I was the problem. Like my game was so weak, she couldn't even engage.
No, but I've had a couple of bots like email, like text me, not even email, text me, and much like you, I was like, this is a fucking bot, and so I'll play along, and then I'll be like, aha, I caught you, and then the game's over. So I can.
No, I was telling Smooth, we were talking about the Tinder swindler, and I was telling Smooth that I went on Tinder and had no success. Swipe, 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 nothing. And then finally I got the match, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And then, Chick is like, hey, I'm like, yeah, hey, what maybe we should meet. And she's like, do you need help with your mortgage? And then I'm like, what? What? No, it's like, go to this site and we can help.
Yeah.
Damn it.
All of a sudden, she's trying to sell you Bitcoin.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. What is this
Hey,
crap?
hey, you're a lot less sexy now that you're trying to take money out of my pocket. So,
But where does this go? Like what's next, right? 2023, we got ChatGPT, we got these AI bots, replica. What's let's say 2030? That's 7 years, man. What?
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what's next. Remember, there was another movie. It was Ryan Gosling. I think it was he had a real doll, and he was like in love with the doll.
oh yeah, The Real Girl.
I think
It's
it was
called The Real Girl, right?
something in the real doll,
Okay.
wasn't it? Something in the real doll.
Okay.
And then that's where it's going to go. They're going to put this AI into those real dolls, and those things, they're going to be talking crap. Dudes are going to be like, "Hey, I'm done." They're going to be like, "Why are you putting me in the closet?
Right.
Can I stay out here with you?" Like, no, baby.
Or
talking back.
Do you think just men will buy those, or that women will buy the male version?
I think it'll go both ways. I mean, I think it'll be 80-20.
It'll go both ways. Look at a lot of women say that guys don't listen to them. And I think if they had what they thought that this is an attractive guy and he's going to listen to me and it says the right thing, I think that's probably even more in the wheelhouse for women than it is for men. Because women a lot of times say that men concentrate on the physical, and it's about more than that. Well, this should be right up their alley.
Let me ask you this. That's a great point. But let me ask you guys this. Say you're in a relationship with a real, it's funny I have to say this, with a real woman. You're in a relationship, married, girlfriend, whatever. And, like you said, she's her emotional needs, talking and all that kind of stuff is not being met. Would you allow her to get one of these dolls that she could communicate with? How would you feel about that?
I would absolutely be like, cool. Because again,
what if you come home and she lap dancing this dude?
It's a doll though. So it's like it's like what's that? This is another podcast. I thought it was us, but this was another podcast that I was listening to. But they were talking about something that we might be talking about earlier but I'm not going to drop it quite yet. But they were talking about just because you don't fuck, that doesn't mean you're not cheating, like emotional cheating. And
Right.
and so I can see how some people might feel that way, but I'm just like, but it's a fucking robot though. It's like, like your computer. If your computer, I don't know. I just like that. I like to think that I got more game and more appeal
It's
than
like a
a
sex
computer.
toy, right? It's like
Yeah,
a sex toy
exactly,
she might have in the
exactly.
drawer.
It's exact. That's exactly what it is. In which case, I'm just like, you know what? You do the heavy lifting. I'll be the cleanup man.
Yeah, you let the AI do the talking, and you just come in
Exa-
after she's warmed up, and you like, thanks, pal.
yeah, good
I'll
looking
take it
out.
from here.
Good looking out.
All right,
I'm gonna
but
pay for that
but
upgrade since you since
I,
you so happy.
I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all when your wife comes home and say, "Look, man, I'm divorcing you for that dude in the closet."
Listen, if it ever came to that, I'd be like, you know what? You never loved me.
No, I got a feeling that's going to be a new specialty of law of mofos dividing up the assets between you and the AI.
Right.
I'm like, man, he's trying to take everything. And it's like, yeah.
Like, this dude's driving my car.
Hey, I got your self-driving car taking it. It could really happen, man.
Yeah, it could. Between that and and virtual reality, what if you got a VR unit on and the doll and
Oh man,
and
yeah, the VR.
You can figure out a way.
Nobody ever go outside.
Exactly.
You're like, where is everybody? They're all inside.
Exactly. No one leaves their homes.
Look, the truth is, I hate to be the one to break it to everyone here in the audience. We're already in virtual reality, man. None of this is real. We're all AI, man. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Well,
I'm too dumb to be.
And we've malfunctioned.
Yeah, can I just tell who's ever in charge of programming to upgrade my shit immediately?
Yeah, this ain't working out. Clearly, I'm last year's model.
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
So. Well, I tell you guys, we're getting close to the end here. But before we go, I need to ask you guys a question. Are you interested in meeting a nice girl named Eva? I mean, I can hook you up. I can hook you guys up if you want to take her off my hands. She might be a little ornery. I'm sure. I wonder if we could transfer her. Can I transfer her over to you guys?
I mean,
man, this the digital pimp.
Yeah,
hey, baby. I need you to hook up my man. You love me, right? Can you please just hook us up?
Oh, JG is passing the virtual poo. Look at you, man.
There ought to be a law against that.
It probably is, man. We need to keep this quiet. That's why we got to get up out of here, man. We got to get up out of here and raise up off this one before I get in even more trouble. I'm already in enough trouble right now. But for now, we're going to take off. Hey, CL Smooth, LAT, say goodbye to everybody.
Peace, everybody.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, so please like and share and subscribe if you like this. We really appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next Weekend No Show. You guys are tripping, man. I send that Eva right over to you. Transfer that shit by email.